Well, we've been extensively covering the problems plaguing a failing school district right here in New York. Well, today we are getting a chance to discuss the Hempstead School District and its 37% graduation rate with State Education Commissioner Mary Ellen Elia and other members of the State Education Department. CBSN's Carolyn Gusoff has been closely following this story on Long Island. You may have seen her documentary on our digital platforms. Good to see you there, Carolyn. Can you explain for our viewers the reason why the commissioner will be at the Hempstead School District today?
Sure. Good afternoon, Janelle. Hempstead is one of only 2 school districts in New York State that's considered so persistently struggling that the state actually had to step in and send a monitor here, a state monitor, what they call a distinguished educator. The other one, by the way, is Rochester. So this distinguished educator has been here now for over a year. He just issued his year-end report, and the State Education Commissioner, it's the highest education official in the state, is here, Mary Ellen Elia, to speak with school officials and let them know that the state is very much still watching and interested in seeing progress sorely needed in this district.
And now, you know, you've done extensive reporting on this. Has any progress been made within the district since you began your investigation?
Well, according to Dr. Jack Beerworth, who is this so-called distinguished educator, there has been what he calls substantial progress. He cites a graduation rate that's beginning to inch up. He also cites facilities improvements. We had seen crumbling buildings. He cites a move towards a curriculum. We had spoken to teachers who say there is absolutely no curriculum in this school district, no guidebooks, no idea of how to teach. So there has been progress that he cites, and of course skeptics say they want proof and they want real data. There's also been reports of grade changing and fudging of numbers in this district. So progress is always met with skepticism.
Yeah, and to that point, your very impressive full-length documentary called 37%, that was the graduation rate in the district that year. What was it this past school year, and where does it stand now in the nation?
Well, according to Beerworth, this last June and August together, it rose to 51%. But it's hard to compare apples to apples that way because the 37% that we had measured was just an on-time June graduation rate. So they're saying that it's moved up to 51%. We'll have to wait to see what the just June only was. Clearly, it's moving in the right direction if the numbers are to be believed. But, you know, 51% is not acceptable to anyone, and it's still one of the lowest graduation rates in the nation. I mean, on par with juvenile justice centers and special needs schools. So it really is an abysmal graduation rate, whether it's 50% or 37%.
It is, and you know, your documentary focused also largely on the superintendent, as you mentioned, Shimon Warnaker. Where does he stand now in all of this?
Well, he was ousted by, in political infighting in a very bitterly divided school board, and he's still being paid. He's on paid administrative leave, barred from the school district, and the district is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, it appears, to litigate his case. So he's still sitting on the sidelines, getting paid around $250,000 a year in a school district that, is in desperate need of funds, and hearings on his case have not even been scheduled yet, and he's been out for almost a year.
Exactly. Any indication as to what exactly will happen in the meeting today with the commissioner?
Well, what we know is that the commissioner is meeting with the school board. She's also meeting with top administrators, the teachers union, and then at 3:15 today she'll meet with the media. We can ask her questions, also with the Board of Regents member. So she'll then fill us in on what her impressions are and whether this progress that's reported is real.
All right, Carolyn, I know you have to head over to that meeting, so we appreciate that report, and of course we will check back in with you later on. Now, if you haven't seen Carolyn's documentary, 37% yet, you can head over to cbsnewyork.com and watch it there.